Hello, thanks for taking the time to take a look at this District 1180 Introduction to Rotary Foundation presentation. I'm Paul Cotton, a member of the District Foundation team, and I hope you find the slides useful in providing what's needed by you as a Rotarian and our clubs to support the Rotary Foundation into the future. From this session, during the next 10 minutes, you'll hopefully gain a better understanding about the Rotary Foundation, its 6 areas of focus, how the foundation is structured, and how you may be able to help moving forwards. The Rotary Foundation is a primary source of funding for Rotary's humanitarian activities, from clubs and districts, local service projects to global initiatives. It also leads Rotary's ongoing effort to eradicate polio worldwide, and is able to achieve its mission through the generous donations and active participation of Rotarians all over the world. Our foundation stands at the forefront of humanitarian service, having supported thousands of projects to provide clean water, fight disease, promote peace, and provide people with basic education, and one historic project dedicated to eradicating polio worldwide. The foundation is overseen by Rotarians on the Board of Trustees, who ensure donations are invested well and spent wisely. 91% of all funds are spent directly on programmes, which is quite an achievement. Our generosity and global efforts have also been recognised. In September 2019, we received a top 4-star rating from the Charity Navigator for the 12th year in succession. Only 1% of the 1.8 million non-profits monitored by this organisation reached this accolade. The Association of Fundraising Professionals named us the world's most outstanding foundation, and CNBC named us as one of the top 10 charities changing the world for the 2nd consecutive year. In 2016-2017, the Rotary Foundation celebrated its centennial year. This milestone is one that few other organisations will ever reach. Within District 1180, we've completed 15 global grant projects over the last 6 years, 3 of which are still ongoing, with a further 8 planned for the future. In 2018 alone, £17,500 worth of grant funding has been provided to support district grants. Across our district, 80% of clubs are eligible to participate in these Rotary Foundation programmes. Now let's take a closer look at the areas of focus for Rotary Foundation. Rotary Foundation has identified specific areas to help maximise our local and global impact. Through grant funding, the Foundation helps clubs focus its service efforts in the following areas: peace and conflict prevention or resolution, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, and economic and community development. We've not got the time today to explain each of these areas in depth. However, the Rotary website provides a wealth of information which you can access. This includes an explanation of each area, how we can help, and what we've achieved, and examples of the outcomes. This should help you and your club find the information you need relevant to what you're trying to achieve. Let's just take a brief look at one of these areas in a little bit more detail. Again, this is found on the Rotary Foundation part of the website. The area we're going to look at is supporting education. The website provides quite a bit of context and details around our goals in this area. It provides broad examples to help trigger ideas for new projects. There's also videos which show how we're making progress, and the impact of our efforts in monetary terms, and of course the positive outcomes for the communities we serve. So, as you can see, we are doing some fantastic good in the world. This legacy really is something to celebrate, and we should share this success within our clubs and our communities. We're now going to shift gears a little bit and take a look at how the Rotary Foundation is structured. Our foundation is supported through 3 main funds: the Polio Plus Fund dedicated to global polio eradication, the Annual Fund, which is the primary source of funding for foundation grants and activities, and the Endowment Fund, which supports Rotary Foundation into perpetuity. The Polio Plus Fund has been set up to support our efforts in eradicating polio. These funds are used to run major initiatives implemented through major partner agencies such as the World Health Organization and UNICEF. It is also currently supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who provided match funding equivalent of £2 for every £1 donated. With their assistance, Rotary has contributed more than $1.6 billion, and we've reached more than 2.5 billion children across the globe. Gifts to the Endowment Fund are held in perpetuity as part of an endowment. Donations are professionally invested with only a portion of the earnings used each year for projects. The Endowment Fund offers its donors a way to create a lasting legacy through Rotary. The Annual Fund supports local district grants and international global grants and activities through the share system. Contributions are credited to the individual donor and the donors club. At the end of every Rotary year, contributions made by clubs in our district to the Annual Fund are directed into two pots. 50% is credited to the district designated fund and 50% is credited to the World Fund. The Rotary Foundation uses the World Fund portion to pay for global grants and programme opportunities available to all Rotary districts, including our own. The Rotary Foundation's funding cycle makes district contributions, or DDF, available for use 3 years after they are received. The 3-year cycle gives districts time to plan projects and activities and allows the Foundation to invest the contributions. District can use up to 50% of the DDF fund in any 1 year for district grants. The remainder can be used for global grants or donated to Polio Plus, Rotary Peace Centres, Endowment Fund gifts, or to another district if appropriate. So just to recap, we've covered an introduction to the Rotary Foundation and its areas of focus. We've also covered the 3 funds which support the work that we do. Now let's move on to how you can get more involved. Here are a few ways that you and your club can get involved in the Rotary Foundation. Firstly, and most importantly, we would encourage you to get your club up to speed on Foundation if it isn't already. Maybe dedicate one of your meetings to provide an overview, show a video, or engage in a discussion. Next, maybe consider whether you could start a project with funding from the Foundation district grants. These are quite straightforward and a great way to demonstrate the value that Foundation brings to our local and international communities. You could run an event or fundraiser to raise awareness of the Foundation and what we do. But above all, we'd encourage you to get up to speed on what it's all about. We've already shown you the kinds of things available on the main Rotary website. You can log into the website, engage in a more structured course, or read the various materials available. Or you can simply do a Google search on Rotary areas of focus, and there you'll find some great videos on YouTube demonstrating some of the projects and their outcomes. Or you could make a donation as a club or individually. You can donate online or via the form if it's through your club. Please ensure that you tick the correct box. Often, donations to the Annual Fund are missed, but this fund is the one which provides us with the ability to fund district grants and global grants. So just to recap, from this presentation you should have gained a better understanding about Rotary Foundation, its 6 areas of focus, how the Foundation is structured to support grant-based projects. There are other presentations that are going to be made available such as this, which will provide more detail about grants, how to apply for them, and also the projects we've undertaken and their outcomes. Thanks again for listening, and feel free to get in touch with the District Foundation team if you need any further information.